Sharpia.
So again, Sharp
Talking about that rain. Maybe that rain is
number 53, Andrew Ruffin. And now Albany State in great field position after the turnover.
and I think we're talking about that rain. Maybe that rain is
Number 50.
First and
defense.
At the 22. Man in motion to the right side. Sharpie in the gun. Fumbles the ball. Picks it up. Tries to throw it. And he'll be, fumble on the play. We'll see. Tell you what, great job by that defensive line of Albany State. Huge mass of humanity. And we'll see. And it is Albany State's ball.
Big time play from the Golden Rams defense, swarming all over the football, caused 2 fumbles on that play. And they're going first
on the
and 10.
field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First and 10, Albany State.
You know, athletic as well.
He's athletic.
Yes, absolutely.
Good feet, good feet.
Very much so. So back to about the 23-yard line. It would be first and 15. Irizarry looking to pass. We'll throw it up the left side. Man, open. And no signal yet. He's out and around the 2-yard line, but great pitch and catch that time and went to Amari Stewart.
Man, nice touch on this football right here. And it's a fingertip catch right here, and he pulls it in. 2 hands on the ball. That is nice right there. Great footwork.
Great catch that time, and Jones on the defense. So first and goal for Albany State. Weiss in the backfield. Hand off to Weiss on the left side. And he is in for the touchdown. Albany State is rolling right now.
If you had a dream about this football game last night, knowing that Isaiah Knowles would not be on the field, this is the great dream that you would have had last night, knowing that you get 21 points on the board, strong running game, and you're only holding your visitors to 3.
Absolutely. You see him continuing to churn the legs to get into the end zone. On the replay again, great shot by our staff. You can see him driving into the end zone. Stepped out of Jaden Kennard's tackle into the end zone with 2:19 left here in the opening quarter. As we await the extra point, Kyle Wright. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:19 left in the opening quarter, the Albany State Golden Rams lead the Newberry Wolves 21-3. So we're looking at the replay. And you can see Tion Weiss getting into the end zone. They are rocking here at the ASU Coliseum. You see the band in the crowd all in it as the Albany State Golden Rams lead the Newberry Wolves here in the opening quarter, 21-3. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Marvin James, and it has been a very interesting game so far without the news of Isaiah Knowles not playing in this one. The freshman comes in, Xavier Irizarry, and they are off to the races so far on offense.
Exactly. I know I said before the break that it was a dream for Albany State, but if you're Newberry, it's a nightmare. This is exactly what you did not want to happen, and you didn't expect 21-3 in the first quarter without the do-it-all MVP Isaiah Knowles.
Absolutely, but long way from over again. Newberry typically does not get off the fast starts, even though against West Florida got off to a 14-0 lead. So we'll see if they can come back here. So Reed Sharpia, again, Harlan Hill Trophy candidate. Looks like joining him in the backfield will be Jonah Norris. So first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Send a man in motion to the left. Golden Ram defense adjust. Sharpia looking to pass. Throws it up the left sideline and broken up by Tyrell Gainey. Great job. Oh, late flag. And tried to go to DeAndre Coleman, but we'll see what the flag is about. It looks like it may be DPI.
Yeah, exactly. But like you said, there's a lot of football left in this contest. Too early to be getting excited, and they're just one pass away from getting back into this game, as we can see right here.
Looks like they were held. Looks like both players were kind of tied up.
Pass interference. Defense number 39. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
So you can see both of them. Great shot that time. You can see exactly what was going on. And it was interesting that the DPI was the call, but you can see both of them tied up as you saw that great shot. And I think Coach Quinn Gray absolutely telling them that's what was going on. But ball will come up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Newberry.
Tyrell Gainey, our impact player of the game last week, he's getting injured, walked off with an injury. Hopefully he can return back.
Absolutely. Again, part of that defense last week that absolutely stifled Benedict. So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Sharpia in the gun. And again, Jonah Norris to his right. He'll shift left. 3 receivers near side. The Golden Ram defense making some adjustments late. Sharpia looking to pass. Pressured. Steps out of it to his left. Still floating and throws it. Completes it. Tell you what.
Wow.
Good pitch and catch that time. Got it to Jonah Norris. And again, this is what you fear when it comes to Sharpia.
That's why he's on the short list for that Harlan Hill. He avoids the sack and still makes it out there alive to complete the pass for a first down.
Christopher Cotton on the tackle, but moves the chains for Newberry up to the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. 136 and counting here in the opening quarter. Albany State leads 21-3 over Newberry. So 2 receivers wide each side. Norris in the backfield alongside Sharpia. Man in motion. Sharpia looking to pass. Pressured, hit again, throws it into the middle and fall to the turf, incomplete. Tried to go to his main man, Desashore, but could not get the completion. Defending is Javon Carr.
A little overthrown on that ball, but you can see what he was doing with that. Guy did have a couple steps on the defense.
You can see the ball go up. Again, Carr with the defense. The connection with Sharpia and Keith Desashore. You look at the numbers, definitely is one he is trying to get the ball to early and often. So 2nd and 10. For the Wolves, and man in motion, hand off to Norris on the left side, and he will not get much. That Golden Ram defensive attack is right there, leading the attack, number 90, David Weeks.
No push from Newberry on that play right there. It's going off all the momentum coming from the blue and gold side of the football.
So gain of about 1 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 9 as we are under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. That defensive line pressure getting to Sharpia, not able to set his feet and throw the ball. So Sharpia looking towards the sideline. Changing the play. It looks like there is a
Charge timeout. Newberry. Their first of the half.
So timeout Newberry saw a lot going on, a lot of different motions, a lot of different things being seen. But again, Newberry right now thrown out of sync when it comes to their offense.
That's right, and it's a smart play to call a timeout because this is a pretty big play right here at midfield. They want to make sure that they keep this drive alive because they don't want to have to punt the ball over and have Albany State possibly go down there and score another time.
No, they don't. Again, fully, I think you talked about it earlier, the expectations of when you found out the news of, who's playing, who's not, the weather, all kinds of things, a lot of different things going on. But for Albany State right now, it's everything's been positive.
That's right, and they're looking like a championship team, championship caliber team, and I think that reflects the head coach right there. Quinn Gray is always cool and calm. He doesn't ever seem to get too rattled, and they're playing the same way, especially that freshman quarterback, Rizard.
which is so surprising. Again, when you're talking about Isaiah Knowles being out for a portion of the time during the season, lots of people were able to get experience. So it's one of those things that they are unafraid to play without him, even though you want him in there, as you said, the all-world quarterback. It's one of those things that they're unafraid to play without. So Sharpia looking to pass, throws it out to the right side, man, open, and they will call it a catch. And got it out to number 7, Rico Dorsey. And good pitch and catch that time, Sharpia to Dorsey.
Throws a good ball, and this ball is caught. Look, he even gets 2 feet in on this one. Yeah, he drags that toe. That is a great catch right there. First down, Newberry.
Jacoby Heggs on the defense, and it looks like that will be the last play of the first quarter.
This is the end of the first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, Albany State gets on the board 3 times and leads Newberry by the score of 21-3. We'll take a break here from the ASU Coliseum. Here at the start of the second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 for Newberry. The connection from Sharpia to Rico Dorsey. And in motion, handoff to Quez Spells, and he'll get a couple on the play. And taken down by number 28, that's Evan Wynn.
Now, this is a very important drive for the visitors in Newberry. They look like they need to get some points on this, and probably more than a field goal to keep things tight between them and Albany State.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Newberry, who's trying to answer with a touchdown, down 21-3. But this offense is very capable of scoring in bunches. So shift to the left. Sharpia still in the gun. Norris gets the ball. No, Sharpia fakes it and thrown. Ball hits the turf, but there's some laundry on the field, and it looks like Heggs will be called for pass interference.
Looked like a little collision right there. I wasn't sure about it, but definitely with some contact, but I didn't think it was done intentionally.
Try to go again to Keith Desashore. We await the call. And again, when you're talking about getting into your main receiver, that's what Sharpia is trying to get. Again, Keith Desashore has been one of the main receivers on for this year. As you can see the replay, see the fake. And yeah, I don't know, kind of questionable, but you can kind of understand the shot may give a better look, and you can see.
Kind of grabs him. Yeah, he grabs him.
You can see the grab.
Pass interference. Defense number 37. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
So finally got the call one time. So that'll give them right outside. No, it will be 1st and goal for Newberry, as you can see again on the replay. So you can see what Newberry's trying to do and get into this main receiver. So 1st and goal for Newberry. Sharpia looking to pass, throws it out in the flats to Quez Spells, and great tackle that time by the Golden Rams, number 23, Zelly Aldridge.
Open field tackle right there was perfectly done. That's the way you do it at home, kids. You take the legs from under them and don't give them a chance to score.
So it'll be 2nd and goal for Newberry. And what you don't see, I tell you what, Sharpia is uncomfortable in the pocket. And his feet are good enough to keep his eyes upfield and throw the ball, but uncomfortable in the pocket. Man in motion to the left side. Sharpia looking to pass. Flushes and throws. Ball falls to the turf. Incomplete. Again, that's that pressure by that Golden Rams defensive line.
Absolutely. He's not the biggest of kid. He's 5'11", 180, so you get a little pressure on him right here. That pocket is collapsing very quickly, especially this close to the goal line.
Absolutely. 5'11" he is listed, but I talked to head coach Todd Knight, and 5'11" may be stretching it just a little bit for him.
Standing on those cleats, I guess.
He said if you took his helmet off and just saw him, he looked like a little kid out there. So 3rd and goal. All on the 8-yard line for Newberry, hoping to answer with a touchdown, down 21-3. So North shifts to the right. Sharpia throws out to the right side and intercepted. And great job, Javon Carr, with the interception.
Give me that right there. That is a great big-time play right there. We talked about this being an important series for Newberry, but it's just as important for Albany State. Watch this play right here. He reads it the whole time, catches the ball at the highest point, and then has the wherewithal to take a knee.
Outstanding shot by our crew. You can see exactly the eyes, and he read it all the way. Carr with the interception, both feet in. And now Albany State back on offense. 13:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter. And Irizarry leading this attack so far. So Tion Weiss still in the backfield, has some running room, gets around that right side, still on his feet, steps out on one tackle, and gets down to about the 25-yard line, brought down by number 3, Mikey Blandon.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Albany State is coming out here playing like a true champion on both sides of the football and also on special teams.
So running with some motion, going quick, hand off to Weiss again, and Mikey Blandon is there for the tackle, so maybe a gain of 1. As they continue to use the running game, Weiss will come off, and on will be Roger McCrary.
It's like the offense and defense are challenging each other. Who can be better and who can play the most top tier ball game out there today.
So 3rd and 5 for Albany State. Irizarry in the gun. McCrary to his right. Newberry showing blitz, and someone may have moved early. We'll see. It looks like a little more of a conversation, but it's like it was pretty quick and maybe
6-2
false start.
Illegal snap. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So we go from 3rd and 5, as you can see the replay. And yeah, move that ball just a little bit.
Oh, it's the center. Okay.
Backed him up 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 9, not quite 10. So it was already in the gun. McCrary to his right. Will hand off to McCrary with a man in front of him. Gets the cutback and down after about an 11-yard pickup. And great running that time by McCrary. Kaim Bethay on the tackle. Again, you see the tempo of Albany State.
Big first down carry, and that's a way to totally redeem yourself by Tyrus Brown, the center, with a great block on that play.
So at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for Albany State. Irizarry taking absolute command of this offense. Hand off to McCrary on the left side, and he steps out on one tackle and gets brought down. And good tackle that time by number 0, and that is Jonathan Sexton.
Blue and gold continuing to run the ball and changing it up on the offense and eating some of that clock. That's also an important factor in this ball game.
Absolutely. Gain of 4 on the play, so 2nd and 6. for the Golden Rams. Under 12 to go here in the second quarter. Newberry showing blitz, backing out of it. Another handoff to McCrary. He'll get up to about the 40-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him down around the 39. So, see what the final spot is, the 40-yard line. So,
Official timeout for an injured player of the offense.
got another injured player. Looks like that is number 72, Zamir Pellissier. Looks like he's coming off the field on his own power. It might be leg injury. Looks like he may be able to walk it off. Running another lineman. So it's 3rd and about 6 for Albany State, leading 21-3. And what's been a very surprising offensive output without their man Isaiah Knowles at the helm. So here Rosario looking to pass, throws it up the left side, and falls to the turf, incomplete. Tried to go to Amari Stewart, and defending on the play is number 11, Avery McFadden.
Yeah, again, throwing that ball out where only he can catch it or it's going to be an incomplete pass. Still a smart play by the freshman.
You can see the replay. It's like they will punt. So Liam Dingle on to punt. Back to return, number 7. That's Rico Dorsey. So again, Albany State. The kick nearly blocked. End over end. Punt takes a Albany State bounce. I'll tell you what. That might have been. Liam Dingle went down, but no flag on the play. Still got a Albany State roll, so Newberry will start 1st and 10. See what the final marker is. You can look at Dingle on this punt on the replay.
Little acting job right there, right there.
Listen, he will have a career outside of football one day. So Newberry start 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Gently laid him down.
Gently laid him down. You could see, did not want to knock him down.
No fear of concussion protocol on that play.
Not at all. So Sharpia in the gun will send a running back to the right. Sharpia looking to pass. Throws it out to the right side and completes it. Great tackle that time. Got it out to Quez Spells, but brought down by Mon Davis.
That's going to be a tackle for loss right there on that play, or right there at the line of scrimmage.
So no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Newberry. Sharpie in the gun, Spells to his right. 3 receivers near side this time. Single coverage at the top of your screen. We'll see where Sharpia goes with the ball. Sharpia looking to pass, throws it up the right sideline, and falls to the turf, incomplete. Tried to go to Coleman, and there is a flag on the play. Probably pass interference on Javon Carr.
Yeah, definitely pass interference.
Pass
on
interference.
That play.
Defense number 26. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
So you can see them tied up. Flag comes out early. But unlike last week when we were here, the interference calls are being called. So
that's right. They let them play a lot last week.
They did let them play a lot last week. So at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for Newberry. Sharpie in the gun, Spells to his left. Flushed out the pocket, still eyes upfield, throws it to Desashore, and it is caught. Brought down by number 29, Dayton Baker, but there's that connection we talked about.
And watch this right here. He's on the run right here, and he still locates his man, eyes upfield, and throws a dime to his receiver to pick up the big gain, probably their biggest gain of the afternoon.
Absolutely. So they are in prime field position at this point at the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Newberry. Again, down 21-3. Approaching 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Throws up the right sideline this time, and will fall to the turf incomplete. Defending on the play is Carr. Once again, tried to go to his other receiver, DeAndre Coleman.
A little miscommunication on this. One was running a route and one throwing a different route than he thought. And just out of the reach.
Just out of the reach there, so it'll be
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh, so we
Defense
got a
number
call.
94. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
So roughing the passer on Sharpia. Didn't see the flag initially, but let's check it out on the replay. Got the ball up. You can see the hit late.
Yeah. Got to pull up on that.
Might be
It's
a
a
better
costly
shot right
penalty
here.
right there.
Yes, it is. And again, we know that they're trying to get to the quarterback as much as possible, but again, can't do that in this type of game. So 1st and 10 for Newberry. Send a man in motion. Fake to Desashore. Pressure. He'll throw it out of bounds. Incomplete.
Again, no harm, no foul. You can't afford to have another turnover, so just throw the ball out and play again on another down.
Absolutely. Again, tried to go to Jonah Norris that time, but Sharpia trying to protect the ball. Again, his interceptions have increased during the playoffs, including one today to Javon Carr. So 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. We'll send a man in motion to the left. Sharpia looking to pass, being pressured, sets up the screen to Quez Spells, and he is in for the touchdown. And brilliant play call that time to Quez Spells.
Great play call right there, and nobody was looking for it. Usually you hear screen, but it's just wide open right there. He could have walked to the end zone. Touchdown.
He very well could. Again, brilliant play call, just using the pursuit against the Golden Rams. And finally, Newberry gets a touchdown as we await Nettles' extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:46 left in the 2nd quarter, Newberry gets a touchdown, and now the score is 21-10. Albany State still leading. Newberry gets a touchdown on a screen pass from Reed Sharpia to Quez Spells. Now down 21-10 to Albany State. So we await the kick from Nettles. Back to return, Tion Weish and Cameron Watts. But again, good game so far in Albany State with the lead. But again, never say die to those Newberry Wolves. Kick is in the direction of Weiss. He'll field it around the 3-yard line. Bring it upfield, and he'll be taken down after a few yards. That was actually Cameron Watts on the return. So up to about the 21-yard line, they'll start 1st and 10.
All right, important for Albany State to get out of here and move the football, eat up some clock, and hopefully score. They don't want to play exchange with both this team right here. They want to actually keep their foot on the gas and their hand on the starter to keep the lead.
Absolutely. So we'll start at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Again, those of y'all that may have just joined, Isaiah Knowles, all-world quarterback for Albany State, is not playing due to injury. So it is Xavier Irizarry who's thrown touchdown pass and has led this attack so far. So handoff to McCrary on the right side, and he'll get a couple and making the tackle, number 93, Jerry L. Jeffries.
Not enough push on that play right there. They need to keep pushing the ball. They got about 3 yards, but they've been behind the sticks later in the third down. So they want to keep the ball moving forward.
So gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. As we approach 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Seems as the Wolves defense has settled down some. Handoff again on that right side. McCrary churning his legs. And Mikey Blandon and company making the tackle. Alongside him is number 50, Brandon Pontoon.
Better on that play right there. Some 3rd and short. They need to convert on this one.
Absolutely. So 3rd and 1 for Albany State, moving with tempo. We'll hand off to McCrary again. I tell you what, he got stacked up from the beginning, and that play went nowhere as number 5, Devron Williams, on the tackle. You can see McCrary just couldn't get started at all.
That's right. No push on that play, and that's exactly what Newberry wants to do. Get that football back to the hands of their star quarterback in that very talented offense.
Loss of 2 on the play. Liam Dingle on for the punt, and back to return is Rico Dorsey for Newberry. Standing at the 40-yard line. End over end punt. Dorsey will fair catch it around the 42-yard line, and Newberry will come back on offense, 1st and 10. So again, when you're talking about just the way that this game is kind of unfolded so far, started out really good for Albany State considering, who they're missing and what pieces they're missing. But Newberry seems to have found their footing in the offensive pass game.
That's right. The momentum has shifted just a little bit right here, especially with Newberry just scoring on that play. But just those constant pass interference calls right there is also stalling the Rams defense. So they get to just play some clean football and try to hold them out to 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Reed Sharpia at the helm for Newberry. Sent the man in motion. Looking to pass, throws it out quick to the right side and caught. And that is number 10, DeAndre Coleman, for the reception. And again, that passing game is clicking.
Sharpia just throws it in the area. They're going to catch the ball.
And you can see defending on the play is Javon Carr, but not before they get a 1st down. So moving the chains. Sharpia looking towards the sidelines. Kemaine Brunson in the backfield alongside him. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Sharpia looking to pass. Plenty of time, throws it into the middle and falls to the turf, incomplete. And there's the late flag on the play, and tried to go to his main man, Desashore. And the flag came out late. It looks like it will be on number 29, Dayton Baker.
DPI continues to rear his ugly head
Pass
for the
interference. Defense number 29. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
And look more than anything that the feet got tangled up, but nonetheless, there's the call. You see another shot into the middle.
Yeah. Plays have been called so many times for Newberry right now. He's going to get the benefit of the doubt every time.
Absolutely. So up to the 23. 1st and 10. Newberry Wolves, 6:13 to go in the second quarter. Sharpia with 2 in the backfield. Will pitch to Desashore coming around the right end. 15-10, and he'll get tackled at around the 8-yard line. And trying to find a way to get Keith Desashore the ball,
right,
and brought down by Abraham Cleanscales.
Yeah, if you can't get it to him in the air, give it to him on this end around right here. And he's such a talented athlete. He's going to get it every time. Pick up the yards.
So 1st and goal, you see the replay. You can see the end around. Actually not, tackle not made by Cleanscales, made by number 53, Ruffin. So hand off to Norris, and he'll be taken down. And there's Cleanscales right there, the big man with the single digit.
He heard you. Yeah, big man, single digits. He must be a dog to have that 5 right there.
Absolutely. He'll lose a few on the play, so it'll be 2nd and goal for Newberry. Trying to climb their way back into this ball game. Again, if you thought that 21-3 lead would just be silent. Must not know these two squads. Number 1 seed Albany State versus the number 3 seed Newberry Wolves. So it looks like they've brought in a new quarterback, full house backfield. Handoff to number 17, and he'll get in the end zone for the touchdown. That's Will Young.
That's right. And then Newberry is back in this ball game, and the momentum has swung on the visitor side right there. Albany State going to get the ball back, and they're going to need to score before the half.
So Coleman Gray came in at quarterback. It's like the running game. That was the running quarterback. You can just see them be able to block on the outside. Tell you what, they missed the hold at the end, but nonetheless, Young was able to get into the end zone for the touchdown as Nettles is on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:46 left in the second quarter, Newberry strikes again and only down 21-17 to Albany State. We'll take a break here from the Coliseum. 4:46 in the quarter. .446 left in the second quarter, and we got a good one from the ASU Coliseum as Newberry strikes again. Will Young on the end around and for the touchdown. And now Albany State has to get something back on offense. As Cameron Watts will field his kick at the 2-yard line. Tries to bring it back around, has some running room, misses the kicker. Here's the 40, 45, 50, still on his feet, 40, 35, 30, and brought out of bounds at around the 29-yard line, making the tackle, number 19, Bryce Foster.
And more importantly, there is no laundry on the field, so that's going to stand. Great special teams play by Albany State responding to that offensive score from Newberry.
Absolutely is just what the doctor ordered when it came to getting something back. Offensively, wasn't much happening, but again, that third phase of the game is oh so important as you see Cameron Watts breaking tackles, continuing to run, and just moving his feet to give that offense prime field position. So at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, Xavier Irizarry in for Isaiah Knowles. Handoff.
Turn up.
Looks like the Tion Weish and did not get much on that play. Forced out of bounds by Mikey Blandon. So may have gotten a yard on the play. So 2nd and 9 for Albany State. Going with a little bit of tempo, looking towards the sidelines. Check with me offense. And weather may have been a factor early, but right now it looks like both teams are dealing with it pretty well. So it was already in the gun. Looks to pass. Throws it up the left sideline and falls to the turf, incomplete. And I tell you what, tried to go to Amari Stewart that time and just did not get enough on it. Almost double cover. You can see looking up that left sideline and defending on the play, Avery McFadden. So it'll be third and 8. 2-yard pickup on that run. So 3rd and 8 for Albany State. Irizarry pressured this time. Flushed out to his right. Still on his feet. Eyes upfield. Plenty of running room to the left if he can do it. Throws it. Oh, I tell you what. falls to the turf, incomplete, and tried to go to Jamil Williams, and defending on the play was number 22, Centauri Jones, and the crowd was begging for an interference call, but you can see Irizarry keeping his eyes upfield. May have had some room to run, but decided to throw and just couldn't get it in. And actually defending on that play was Avery McFadden.
Very impressive run right there. Very impressive way to get out of there. You're right. He had some room to run. He thought he, saw the pass a little clearer.
Ooh, you can see. Tell you what, great shot by our crew. You can see as much as that has been called on one side, could have very well been called here. So Irizarry flushed out the pocket, looking left, throws it upfield. Man open. Oh, and broken up right at the last moment. Tried to go to number 5, Javion Jackson, but right at the last moment, Elijah Vereen with the breakup.
That's just good defense right there. You can't say nothing too much about it. Great defense right there on a 4th down call. You got to go for that call right there. I don't have a problem with that with Coach Gray. It just didn't go their way.
Irizarry with a really good throw that time. And I'll tell you what, you see some people moving. I don't know if weather is coming to the area or not, but 3:33 left in the second. So Reed Sharpia back out for the offense for Newberry. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers far side, 1 wide to the near side. Sharpia looking towards the sideline for the play. Quez Spells shifts to the left. And we'll see how they'll approach here. Defense has been on the field a long time in this quarter. Sharpia looking to pass, pressure, throw, man open, and he'll get the catch. Steps out of one tackle, still on his feet. And that is Rico Dorsey on the catch, brought down by number 12, Jacoby Heggs. But now before another pitch and catch.
Defense is playing much further off the ball, and that's why he was a little wide open right there. But they're going to have to stop them to, instead of trying to get them to score some points, because Newberry gets the ball again after the second half.
So at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, Newberry Wolves. Sends a man in motion to the right side. 3 to the far side this time. Sharpia looking to pass, throws the swing route to Quez Spells. He'll be forced out of bounds. It looks like at around the 38-yard line. Give credit number 23, Zelly Aldridge, forcing them out.
Nice play call right there. The momentum is definitely swinging in the red and white's way.
So gain of about 5 on the play, 2nd and 5. 2:30 and counting here in the second quarter. Newberry may have found its way right now. Sharpia looking to pass. Will motion to his right. Flag comes out, and looks like the ball will fall to the turf incomplete. And it is the area of holding on Newberry. I think that might have been what this is.
Yeah, the white hat just signaled holding on the offensive line.
So just what Albany State may have needed. And here's the call.
Holding. Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. 2nd down.
So holding call, and that was big. You see Sharpia keeping those feet. But you can also see right there at the end, trying to raise the hands up. I didn't do it. But again, you can see Sharpia's ability to throw the football. You can see Desashore right there, nearly had it in his mitts. But it would have been off or not. But just, you got to admire the ability of Reed Sharpia, keeping his eyes upfield and seeing all targets.
Definitely a talented quarterback.
So 2nd and 15 for the Newberry Wolves. Knocks in motion, brings it back. Sharpia looking to pass. Flushed out. Goes to his right, looking for a receiver. Everyone seemingly giving chase, and he'll be taken down at about the 46-yard line. And that is number 1, Isaiah Morrison, with the sack.
One-on-one right there. That's basically a pursuit drill in practice right there. And they finally got to Sharpia, who was definitely making a lot of people miss.
So 1:53, we are at the 2-minute break.
This is the 2-minute timeout. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2 minutes. Thank you.
So at the 2-minute break, You can see just what they're able to do. So we'll take a break here from ASU Coliseum. 21-17, Albany State. Two minutes to go in the second quarter, and Newberry with a 3rd and long. Albany State still leading 21-17. Sharpia looking to pass, plenty of time, throws the screen and ball to the turf, incomplete. Try to go to spells, and in that lane is number 50 of Albany State.
Big time series for the Albany State Golden Rams right here. They really needed to get Newberry off the field without a score. That's exactly what they did. They still give themselves a chance to run that 2-minute offense and see what they can do before halftime.
They do. We talked about it before. That defense has been out on the field a long time in this quarter, so definitely get a chance to get some rest. So Cameron Watts back to return for Albany State. Nettles high punt, and Watts with the fair catch at around the 25-yard line. So 150 to go here in the second quarter. Again, in what's been a back-and-forth affair between both of these squads. Been a good game, Mark.
Absolutely. I mean, and even though the conditions are not quite as favorable as the fans would like, but they look at them. They're bundled up in the stands, wearing their ponchos, and the ball game is definitely having everything that you would like to see: special teams, offense, and defense.
Most definitely. So again, Xavier Irizarry leading the attack for Albany State. With Isaiah Knowles not being in the game. Irizarry looking to pass, throws it out to the left side, and that will be incomplete. Try to go to Amari Stewart that time. Defending was number 11, Avery McFadden.
Now, what they don't want to do, Albany State, that is come out 3 and out and give the ball back to Newberry with any time on the clock, because Sharpia can definitely carve them up.
Absolutely. Tion Weiss in the backfield alongside Irizarry. 2nd and 10 for Albany State. Irizarry looking to pass, steps up in the pocket. He'll take off and slide to about the 30-yard line, and taken down by number 5, Devron Williams.
Definitely want to slide if you're Irizarry right here in this series or in this game period, because you're the man right now with Isaiah Knowles being out.
Absolutely is the man. So it's like 3rd and 7 for Albany State. 1:16 and counting here in the second quarter. And again, Newberry does get the football back after halftime. Newberry with the rush, throws it up the right side, and it is caught by Jamil Williams. Defending was number 9, Quan Peterson, but what a catch by Jamil Williams.
You can't get any better coverage than this, but I thought it was actually a little defensive pass interference.
And yeah, you can see the grab. Great shot that time, and it was DPI.
Charge timeout. Albany State, their first of the half.
Man, let's take another look at this play right here. Great pass. Irizarry And the completion right here with just there's oh man, just a right over. He goes over the defender to make the grab right there on the sideline, despite the pass of interference.
What a catch, and man, hey, give me the remnants of da-da-da, da-da-da.
Yeah, somebody got Moss right there.
Oh, yeah, man. You can see once again, Irizarry unafraid to pass. And you talk about needing to run some clock. Hey, Quinn Gray said, we chucking this thing. Throws it
Game
downfield.
clock operator.
And you
Please
can
reset
see
the
the
game
catch.
clock to 54 seconds. 5, 4. Thank you.
So White Hat's going to make sure we get every second out of this game, and that's good.
Most definitely. But again, you can see the entire complement of plays opening up for Albany State despite not having Isaiah Knowles at the helm.
You wouldn't know it. If you were this your first time watching Albany State, you would not notice that there's much of a difference. And that's no slight to Isaiah Knowles because he is a dynamic, great two-way quarterback. But this guy, the freshman, is really stepping up.
True freshman. I know we don't have freshmen at this point of the season. However, his first dance at this kind of football where the stakes are so much higher, he is playing well so far. So at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, 54 seconds to go in the quarter. Irizarry looking to pass, throws it out to the right, and broken up. Tion Weiss was the intended receiver and broken up by number 6, Kayam Bethay.
It was a great pass. He just never got it completed. He never really had control of the football. And then once he got hit, he just spilled out onto the turf.
Was, as you can see right there, just could not bring it in. Good play that time by the defender, by Bethay. So 2nd and 10, Newberry showing blitz, backing out of it. Irizarry looking to pass, throws it out to the right side to Jamil Williams, and broken up. Good job that time by the defender, and number 9, Quan Peterson, with the breakup. So now it's 3rd and 10.
But one thing you do like to see is Irizarry is getting the ball on the money right here. It's just they got to make bigger plays. You just got to squeeze that football right there and bring it on in.
So 3rd and 10 for Albany State, 44 seconds to go. And again, talked about it. Don't want to give this football back to Newberry at this point. So Tion Weiss shifts to the left side. He'll shift back to the right. And it looks like there's a timeout, Albany State, and probably a good timeout.
Charge timeout, Albany State. They're 2nd of that.
Looks like they were unsure what they were doing offensively, so probably a good timeout. So again, when you're looking at the way that the offense has been running, definitely had their finest hour in the first quarter. They were able to move the ball frequently. Second quarter, not so much. They were kind of bogged down, but special teams and other opportunities have given them really the opportunity to move the ball and kind of be on their half of the field. Haven't been able to punch it in this quarter, and Newberry has gotten 2 touchdowns to get back into the contest.
Right. Now, Albany State is having some inconsistent play in the second quarter, but right now they have a nice drive going. Hopefully they can put some points on the board.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 44 seconds. Thank you.
Okay. And so
Bryce Muller, the White Hat, like I said, is going to get all the juice out of this peach right here.
all of it. All of it. So 3rd and 10 for Albany State. Again, you see everyone braving the elements in this quarterfinal contest, NCAA Division II quarterfinals. Ball handed off to Tion Weiss, steps out a couple of tackles, but could not get out of the 3rd from Kayam Bethay.
Let this clock run a little bit. I believe they're going to.
Looks like Newberry will not call a timeout.
Okay.
So 4th down, and Newberry let a lot of seconds go off the clock before they called their
Charge
timeout.
timeout.
I think it was a little chess match
Newberry.
right there.
They're 2nd of that.
Little chess match. Wanted to make them call it. And now I believe they bring out their punt team.
A little bit of gamesmanship here, but 21 seconds to go in the half. But again, Marv, what have you seen just with the back and forth affair? We've already talked about it to a degree, but what have you seen?
I'm seeing some great quarterback play, and one thing that scares me the most by Newberry is that they literally are a play away, a completion away from getting on the board because they have that big time, big impact player capability from Sabria, their starting quarterback. So, but the defense of Albany State has played really tough at times, and they've been on the field a whole lot. So hopefully we can get some more balance in the second half. Um, to see this game come down to the wire, I think it's going to be a tough one.
It is a tough one so far. So 4th and about 7 for Albany State. They'll keep their offense on the field. So 21 seconds to go. Even seeing where they could get going. So Irizarry in the gun, Tiant Weiss to his left. And they'll hand the football off to McCrary up the middle. Has running room, and he'll get down to the 25-yard line. Good run that time. Brought down by number 22, Santori Jones.
Almost untouched for about 15 of those yards, and that's going to be a big-time first down. We have an injury on the field.
We do have an injury, and you can see the replay. Tiant Weiss, look at that hole right there.
Officials timeout for an injured player of the defense.
Great shot that time, but you can see Tiant Weiss running hard. I tell you what, this gives a great opportunity for Albany State to get some more points on the board before halftime.
Absolutely. The worst case scenario, they get 3 and they go up by 7, but they get a touchdown, and they get a two-score game, and that's exactly what Coach Quinn is hoping that his offense is able to muster.
Elijah Marine is the injured player for Newberry, able to get off under his own power. So 14 seconds to go in the half. Once again, we'll see the approach for Albany State. Do not recall them kicking a field goal in the last 2 games. And now that I think about it, definitely not in this one. And I'm not sure if it was one in the last one as well. Newberry crowding the line of scrimmage. Irizarry looking to pass. Plenty of time. And he'll be taken down at the 25.
Clock is ticking.
And they'll call a timeout.
Charge timeout. Albany State. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Game clock operator. Please reset the game clock to 9 seconds.
So again, making sure the clock is right. Making sure they get every second. But Irizarry taking down that time. But again, keeping his eyes upfield, really not making that young mistake that you would think in these types of games would happen. But Quinn Gray trusts his quarterback, and he's had some game experience. So hey, why not? So we'll see what the approach will be. 9 seconds to go in the half. Call the timeout. We'll see if they'll let the young man rumble.
Let him cook.
That's what the young folks say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
I'm a little hip sometimes.
Me and Marv, we old as dirt.
Yes. That's right, twin.
So 2nd and 11, 9 seconds to go. And it looks like they will kick this field goal. So, spoke it up. So 36-yard field goal. Kyle Wright.
Don't want to give this block.
You do not. 36, actually 42. Snap, and it's blocked. And not what you wanted. Picks it up. 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Newberry. And that may have been the reason why they didn't kick, and that was Devron Williams with the return after the block.
That's kind of what I was hoping would not happen, because you got a guy who's not used to kicking these field goals like we talked about.
You can see the block. We'll get a number in a second. He actually made the block
and
the scoop and score. So,
man,
Devron Williams.
That is the momentum you're talking about going into the half. And you get the ball coming back out.
There's another view. You can see it clearly. Devron Williams able to get the block and scoop and score. And teammates giving them the convoy, and they were able to get into the end zone.
Dare I say that's the play of the day right now.
Very much so. Extra point is up, and it is good. And at the half, Newberry has taken the lead and leads by the score of 24-21 over Albany State. It's halftime from the ASU Coliseum. We got a good one here. Make sure you return. Newberry leading 24-21 over Albany State as we are waiting the second half, and we can look around the rest of Division II. The scores: Frostburg and Kutztown leading 51-29. As you can see, other quarterfinal scores: Ferris State 24, Minnesota State 14, and you can see Harding leading UT Permian Basin 21-14 in the second quarter. So those are the scores. In this score, 24-21, as we await the start of the second half. You can see everyone braving the elements. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Marvin James, and for both teams, trying to get into the semifinals will be tough here in this close game as we await the second half kickoff. For Albany State to get back into this ball game, what has to happen, Marvin?
Well, right here, Newberry is on a 21-point unanswered streak right here. So Albany State is going to have to stop them from scoring, and they're going to have to score. That's the pretty gist of it right there. And hopefully they can get a good stop right here on this opening drive.
Absolutely. And for Newberry, what do they need to do?
Newberry's going to have to continue to keep pushing the ball, and that's what they've been doing. They've been running. They had a great second quarter, and if they continue to do that, they're going to be in the driver's seat.
As you have a kick return up to the 30 and down at around the 32, flag comes out. But that was Ed Meeks on the return. And he'll be taken down. We'll see what the flag is, but pretty good field position for Newberry. So very important drive for both teams, especially for Albany State, who got off to a 21-3 start. But since then, Newberry has been on a
During
tear.
the return, block in the back. Return team number 49. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So that'll take them back. So, again, if you're Albany State, very important to stop Reed Sharpia and that offense, who has absolutely been cooking in that second quarter.
It's got to be a collective effort. They can't just get a 3 and out and stop on defense. They're also going to have to get some points on offense.
Absolutely. You see Sharpia, Kenman Brunson alongside him. Not much in the running game. They've been able to throw the ball all around the yard. They ran it in spots, even with the receivers. So Sharpia in the gun, Brunson to his right. Sharpia looking to pass, throws it up the right sideline, and goes to his number one receiver, and that's Keith Desashore. It is complete. They'll move the chains for a first down up to the 29-yard line.
And it looks like Sharpia's got still has the juice going on, flowing in his arms right here, going into the third quarter.
Absolutely. Sharpia in the gun, Brunson to his left. See the Albany State defense and their base defense showing blitz. Throw it out to the right side this time and completes it, but good job hanging on. Got it to Rico Dorsey, but didn't get much after that, and Heggs on the tackle. It's like a gain of 2 on the play.
Great play right there. It was a great open field tackle to keep it to a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 for Newberry. And going with their own offensive pace. Albany State, very important drive, trying to get the stop down 3 points. So Sharpia in the gun. Will hand off to Brunson. He'll be taken down in the backfield. Could not get started. And number 94 on the play, Amir Walton, making the stop.
Big time down right here. That's a great play where they snuffed it out up from the beginning, and big time tackle for loss. As everybody swarming to the football, but this third down is the money down.
Absolutely. Brings it back to a 3rd and 13 for Newberry. And winner this game for the opportunity to get into the Division II semifinals. Hear the crowd cheering on their defense. And what's been a good crowd despite the weather. Sharpia looking to pass. Pressured, and he'll be stopped. He hadn't blown the whistle yet, but he'll be taken down at the 20. And again, that defense coming alive. Isaiah Morrison on the stop.
That's exactly what Albany State needs to come and do on this opening series, is get a 3 and out and not allow Newberry to drive down the field. They got half of the commission complete. So now it's up to special teams and offense to get this ball into the end zone.
Back to the 19-yard line, 4th and long. And Burke Nettles on to punt. Cameron Watts back to return. Ball hits it around the 44, takes a Newberry roll. And you know what? Albany State will start 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And again, when you're talking about Albany State, what they need to do, down 3 points, we'll see if that offense can get cooking. First quarter did well, but kind of bogged down in the second quarter and gave Newberry an opportunity to get back into this contest.
That's right. And this is an offense without the do-it-all quarterback Isaiah Knowles, who's nursing an injury in this game, and they were replaced with a freshman quarterback.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10, Albany State will hand off to Tion Weiss on the right side. Skips a couple of steps. Fumble on the play and recovered by Newberry, and not what you needed if you're Albany State. Quan Peterson with the recovery. Looks like they were able to strip him. We'll see if there's some conversation. And not what you needed if you're Albany State.
Absolutely not. This looks like it's going to be a clean play from Newberry to get the ball. We're on another turnover.
You can see the clear turnover there. Quan Peterson able to get the ball and return it a few yards, but not what you needed.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st and 10, Newberry.
If you include that block kick to end the first half, that's the second turnover.
So Newberry will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. See Norris in motion. Albany State showing blitz, backside of it. Sharpia looking to pass. Pressured, he's flushed out, goes back to the left. Still on his feet, looking upfield, and throws it out of bounds. And I tell you what, Coach Gray is saying that he stepped out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Looks like they're going to talk about it. Sharpia, one of those quarterbacks, he'll keep his eyes upfield.
And it looks like an unsportsmanlike in the backfield, in the defensive backfield.
You do see the laundry there
against Newberry.
So we'll see what it is. You see Sharpia keeping those eyes upfield, and then at the last minute throws it out of the tackle box. But we'll see what the call is. Got rid of it before he got out of bounds. Looking at the replay.
The ruling on the field said the quarterback was outside the tackle box, and the ball landed beyond the line of scrimmage extended. Therefore, there is no foul for intentional grounding. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 10.
That's right.
15-yard penalty will be enforced. 2nd down.
Right, so you see the crowd, you hear the crowds into it at this point, but unsportsmanlike conduct on number 10 of Newberry, so that'll take them back 2nd and long. But again, you can see the intensity happening here. This game is for the team to go to the semifinals, and you can see both desperately want to win this contest. So back to the 46-yard line is Newberry, 2nd and 25 for that offense. So at the 46, 2nd and 25, Sharpia in the gun, running back to his left. Looks like Quez Spells. And we'll hand off to Spells on the right side. Has some running room, but will be taken down after a pretty good pickup. And brought down by number 7, Aiden Henningham.
Yeah, they're just trying to run the ball to get a decent chance at this first down.
So 3rd and about 19 for Newberry. As again, the pressure has gotten to Reed Sharpia, but he's been able to make those timely throws. So 3rd and 19 for Newberry. So he looks towards the sidelines for the play. Taking their time. Spells comes to the left. Sharpia looking to pass. Still pressure. Tell you what, he ran right into the arms of number 54. That is James Woods.
That is a big-time sack. It is going to make it 4th down and a country mile right here for Newberry.
Very much so. And again, this defense has come to play in this second half, hoping that the offense can get themselves together as well. We await the Burke Nettles punt back to Cameron Watts. So end over end punt hits at around the 30-yard line.
Peter.
And it will take a Newberry roll and down to about the 24-yard line. And that's where Albany State will start 1st and 10.
And Albany State has the ball at some pretty decent field position. It's going to take some effort from them to stay committed to go ahead and score this football, or at least eat some clock and move the ball down the field.
Very much so. Still a close ball game. Got 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're talking about a ball game that is, has gone back and forth. 1st quarter belonged to Albany State. 2nd quarter, definitely Newberry. Now in this quarter, it seems like a boxing match where each of them are kind of, testing themselves out. So we'll see, who can get themselves together. Hand off to Tion Weiss on the left side, and he'll be taken down after a couple. Good tackle by number 35. That is Charles Smith.
Weiss has such a clean burst through that line. He gets up there and gets a nice 4 or 5 yard gain on the 1st down. That's great for the Rams.
Gain about 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Hand off again to Weiss up the middle. Not as much this time. Mikey Blandon for the tackle. See if he was able to get any at all. Looks like maybe a gain of 1.
I can see the Rams get something on the little outside on the perimeter a little bit. See if they can test it.
I know we were talking at halftime about the quarterback play. I know that Irizarry was playing well in that 1st quarter, but kind of they've settled in and kind of gotten used to his playing style, so hadn't done much in the 2nd quarter. Irizarry floating out, throws it, and falls to the turf incomplete. Try to go to Tion Weiss, but could not get it going, and the defense looked like it's going right back on the field after this punt.
You're right. That's one thing about the Rams. They have the 1st quarter was their where they hit the high epitome of their play today, and they've yet to find that again on offense.
Really have. Again, when you're talking about a team that has given up so many yards on the ground, kind of understand why they're running the football, but that's not what they did in the 1st quarter to set themselves up. They went with a lot of balance and seemingly has gotten away from it. So Liam Dingle on for the punt. Back to return is number 7, Rico Dorsey. End over end punt. Good punt. Fielded at the 41. Fair caught by Dorsey, and that's what Newberry will start 1st and 10.
Important for that Rams defense to come on out here and play exactly like they did on that last series. Need a 3 and out. Try to flip the field. Give the ball, give the ball back to the Rams offense in good field position. But also, one thing about it, defense can score points too.
They can.
So maybe they need to go ahead there and try to put that in there.
Possibly so. Again, when you're talking about just both and how these teams operate, you're in the area where both teams are good. Anybody that's still playing has a niche. They have the ability to be able to score and stop each other. So it's one of those things that if Albany State wants to get back in the game, they got to make a stop here. But again, their offense has to give them something. So Desashore in motion. Handoff on the left side, and bottled up is Quez Spells and stopped by number 99, Taekwon Glenn of Albany State. Again, that defensive line is coming to play in this half. I don't know what happened. They got a LeBron James juice at halftime or whatever occurred, but they are coming to play.
They've been a bunch of run stoppers all game long, and right now they're really stepping up their game.
Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13, 8:27 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Still 24-21, Newberry leading. 2 receivers tight to each side. Sharpia in the gun. Quez Spells to his right. Sharpia looking to pass. Pressure will throw out the Spells on the right side, and he cannot bring it in. He'll fall to the turf incomplete. Tell you what, saw that man right in front of him, man, affected Robert Floyd.
He hears footsteps, and that right there, that pressure is what forced that ball to be just a little bit in front of that receiver, which causes a big time 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 13 for Newberry. Again, playing well is that Albany State defense. We'll see if they can make a stop to give it back to their offense. Newberry still leading 24-21 in a furious comeback in the 2nd quarter. Albany State showing blitz. Sharpia looking towards the sideline. He's been under duress really the entire game by this defense. Sharpia looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He'll take off. Eyes still upfield. He throws it and completes it. 35, and good pitch and catch that time. Caught by number 17, Will Young. Another one of those receivers. Sharpia loves to spread the ball out and moves the chains. Oh, no, there's some laundry on the field. We will see.
If that goes against Newberry, it's going to be a big-time play for Albany State because Sharpia really cut him up on that play right there.
Really did. He is one of those quarterbacks that.
There is no foul on the play. The ruling on the field is the quarterback was not fully beyond the line of scrimmage. 1st down.
So they're determining that he was not beyond the line of scrimmage. Remember, any part that remains, you are just fine to throw the ball. And Sharpia is one of those quarterbacks that looks to pass, does not look to necessarily take off running. He will run, but he definitely looks to try to pass. So 1st and 10 at 35. Check that about 34.
I think they may be replaying this right here. He actually had a chance to run the ball, but like you said, he's pass first, so he stopped and chucked it, but it looked very close.
Officials timeout. Albany has elected to challenge the ruling on the field that the quarterback was not fully beyond the line of scrimmage. The previous play is under further review.
All right, so just as you said it, we're going to look at the replay. But we will go to break. 7:52 left in the 3rd quarter. The challenge is in Zoom. $7:52 left in the 3rd quarter, and after the challenge, looking at the replay, the officials have determined that it was a legal play, so they will get 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Hand off to Quez Spells up the middle, got some running room, still on his feet, steps out of tackle, 10-5 and in for the touchdown for Newberry, and they are rolling.
Get in there. Yeah, that is the best run of the day for Newberry, and it would go for a touchdown. The run stoppers have pretty much put them to rest with Albany State, but not on that play.
You see 2 defenders down for Albany State, but Quez Spells in a team that's not known for running the football, good run that time as he stepped out of 1 tackle, just made a spin and was able to get into the end zone for the touchdown. And 7:49 left. Newberry's offense is rolling. We see the players being attended to, but again, you're talking about Newberry's offense. not what they're regularly known for, but again, they do it in spurts. They do it in times just to keep the defense honest.
They're waiting on the pending extra point. Now it's going to be 28, 28 unanswered points. They kick this extra point.
It will be, but again, a long way to go. As you saw in the first half,
Absolutely.
21-3 was the Albany State score, and then Newberry came back in the second quarter. So we'll see how that goes. A long way from over, but again, Newberry's offense has been clicking, and even on defense, they've been able to kind of right the ship and be able to stop, this Albany State offense, the balanced attack that they've been really all year.
Yeah, it's just a tale of two quarters actually, because the first quarter was all Albany State, and it looked like they were going to run away with it. But then the second quarter, New Newberry came to play, and they got off the bus. And now they finally got some things clicking, and they ended the first half on a incredible note with the block field goal that resulted in points and finally took the first lead of the game.
Well, honestly, Newberry has been one of those squads that have played close games all year. They have been really had notoriously slow starts, especially up until last week where they got out to a 14-0 lead. But it's been a team that have played close games. If you look out throughout the entire schedule, a lot of close games. So they've been battle tested in that way. Again, talking to Coach Todd Knight this week, he said that they're battle tested. They aren't afraid of any situation. So you can see what goes on. They were, still held their poise, even down 21-3, and right now leading 30-21 with the extra point is doing is, again, they're tending to an injured player on the field. And tell you what, we'll take a break here from ASU Coliseum as they tend to an injured player. 7:49 left in the third quarter, and we just had an injury timeout. As you can see the replay thumbs up, and we'll get that number for you shortly. But again, just had a stoppage of play, and both teams praying around the individual player. You hate the injury, but you love the sportsmanship. And again, we come out here for entertainment. It is a game, but you don't want to see anybody hurt. You pray that everyone leaves the turf safely. And Newberry was able to get that touchdown, and extra point is up, and it is good. So they lead now by the score of 31-21 over Albany State. And again, Marvin, it's just one of those kind of situations where you hate to see. Had about a 15-20-minute delay due to injury. And you hate to see that when you play the game of football.
And it's eerily quiet. All the fans are invested. Everybody's watching, not only just, family and fans, but just, both teams were definitely on a knee, taking a prayer. And no matter what, it's going to bring emotion. I think his teammates, the Rams, need to play within their feelings and not play above or try to play He-Man hero ball, but just play.
Excellent point. Bergnetto's on to kick off. And, of course, back to return as being Cameron Watts. Alongside him is William Heck. So, again, Albany State now down 10 points. We'll see if that offense can do something to get back into the ball game. Crowd still in it. Of course, thoughts and prayers with the injured player. But, again, they still know they have a mission to achieve here. Looks like Watts will field it at around the 5-yard line. Has some running room. Stays on the right side, still on his feet, and gets to about the 35-yard line. And brought down by number 34, Cameron Fairclough. And Albany State offense will start 1st and 10. And again, the injured player was number 99, Tyquan Glenn, for Albany State. So we wish a speedy recovery for him.
Definitely thoughts and prayers to the big 99, and we hope that he's doing well.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Crowd is awakened. Again, very spirited. Both squads have very spirited crowds. We'll see what can happen here. So Irizarry looking to pass, throws it up the right sideline, goes to Jameer Williams, and falls to the turf incomplete. And defending on the play was number 29, Jaden Kennard.
The Rams come out
holding. Offense number 58, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
So some laundry on the field, but not what you want to see if you're Albany State. That'll take them back 10.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was hoping that they weren't going to call. But that's what happened. Coming out here on a 1st down and getting behind the sticks, not exactly the direction that Albany wants to go.
Not at all. So at the 25-yard line will be 1st and 20. Irizarry in the gun, running back to his right, sends a man in motion to the left. Hand off to Tion Weiss up the middle. Had some running room, but tripped up right at the last minute and taken down by Kaheem Bethay.
This is an important series. If nothing else, you want to eat some clock so you can go ahead and kind of at least, not get a 3 and out and give the ball back to Newberry. But you put yourself in such a bad situation when you're down 2nd and so long.
Gain of 1 on the carry. So 2nd and 19 for Albany State. Irizarry goes out to the left side, throws it, and completes it up to the 35. And injured player again on the field. That is Amari Stewart. And not what you want to see here.
Official timeout for an injured player of the offense.
Amari Stewart on the ground, favoring his leg. Was able to make the catch up to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 3rd and 10. But not what you want to see here. You see, hopefully it's just something of a cramp nature or something like that, not anything that is soft tissue injury or something like that.
That's right. But as a big-time grab, despite the injury, and it makes it third and manageable. Let's help him out there, coach. Let's help him out there, somebody.
Absolutely. So coming limping off the field. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Albany State. A lot has happened in this quarter. So trying to galvanize this squad. Head coach Quinn Gray talking to his offense right now. Have to get something going to get back into this ball game. Down 10, Newberry with a 28-point unanswered streak. So 3rd and 10. Got McCrary in the game now. Irizarry in the gun. Looking to pass, plenty of time. Flushed out to his right. Eyes still upfield. He'll throw it and caught. Great job on the catch. And that was number 17, Corey Petty. Hadn't heard much from him a lot today. And it looks like that'll be enough for a first down.
Great grab there by Corey Petty. He's the Tuskegee transfer. He also spent some time at Georgia Southern. Nice play right there. He also is a state champion with the Warner Robins team.
Absolutely. You can see Quan Peterson on the tackle, but not before they were able to get a first down. So Irizarry slowing down the offense. 3 receivers far side, 1 wide to the near side. McCrary to his right. We'll see if they can get back into the ball game. Down 10. Looking to pass, throws it out to the right and batted down. Falls to the turf, incomplete. That's number 0, Jonathan Sexton, with deflected pass.
Nice defense right there for the pass breakup for the big man, playing defensive end, linebacker. So good play from Newberry.
Absolutely. So 2nd and 10. Very important drive for Albany State. 5:44 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. And the crowd being in it. You can see here really both crowds. Tell you what, both faithful few have come out, braved the elements, and now are in the game. Throws a swing pass to McCrary on the left side. Has some running room, gets up to about the 40-yard line, taken down by number 19, Bryce Foster.
And that makes it 3rd and manageable. It's going to be a good opportunity, possibly for a 4th down if you come up a little short right here.
You got to be somewhat impressed with Irizarry, being able to, pick the right receiver, really not making the mistake. Although the offense has slowed down some from the 2nd quarter on, you got to be impressed with his skills and being able to just think his way out of stuff and not make the costly mistake.
That's right.
Irizarry in the gun. 3rd and long, throws it out to McCrary again, has some running room, cuts it back, and he'll be taken down at around the 28-yard line. Good job that time on the pitch and catch. And I tell you what, you see some extracurricular activity going on. Trey Willis with the tackle, but also with the push at the end, but it's enough for an Albany State first down.
And the slowing down of the offense isn't always all been on the freshman quarterback as well. They've had some drop passes and just some miss block assignments on the offensive line. I'm really impressed with the freshman quarterback, the way he's maintaining his composure here on such a big stage.
Absolutely. You can see right there at the end the push, but no flag on the play. So 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Albany State moving under 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. McCrary running, and he'll get taken down. Helmet comes off, but Devron Williams on the tackle. Good gain on the play of about 4 yards. And I tell you what.
24 must leave for 1 play due to his helmet coming off.
Tell you what, head coach Quinn Gray talking to the officials, getting a little chippy out there. And,
right.
You want to see good, clean football. Emotions are in it. But, again, these teams playing to get to the semifinals of the Division II playoffs.
That's what it comes down to, who wants it the most.
So gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for Albany State, 4-5 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Irizarry, hand off to Tion Weiss up the middle, and he'll get about to the 20-yard line, brought down by Mikey Blandine. Again, that middle linebacker, one of the impact players coming into the ballgame.
Got to be careful right here. The players are getting a little chippy, so they may want to reel them in a little bit.
So 3rd and about 3. Weiss gives past 1 and up to about the, call it the 14, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is about. I tell you what, not what the crowd wanted to see, maybe on Albany State. We'll see what the call is.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
That was a holding call.
That was a holding call, and clearly the old lineman did not think he did anything.
Of course, they never do.
So again, inopportune time to have that kind of penalty if you're Albany State. So that will negate the first down, and now I think it's 3rd and about 11. Haven't seen the chains move yet, so 3rd and about 12 for Albany State. So 3 receivers far side, 2 to the near side, 5 wide. Xavier Rosari spelling relief, not relief. He's played the whole way for Isaiah Knowles. McCray, orbit motion to the left. Will fake it, throw it out to the left and caught. Blockers in front, but could not get past number 35, Charles Smith, trying to get the slip screen there.
All right, here we go. This will be 4th down. They got to go for it on this.
Yeah, you would think so just based on the game, and you don't want to, tell you what, you don't want disaster to happen like it did at the end of the half where you had the blocked field goal. So you're down 10.
They're just contemplating it. Look like they may have to burn the timeout.
They may
got the kicker going out there.
They do have the kicker going out, so we'll see. Clock under.
Yeah, they're going to have to burn a timeout.
Yeah, they are. It's under 5 seconds to go, and they do call a timeout. So had to burn a timeout based on.
Prior to the expiration of the play clock, charge timeout, Albany State. They're 2nd to the half.
So had to burn a timeout. And again, not what you wanted to see if you're Quinn Gray. Again, going for that field goal, but couldn't quite make up their mind about what they wanted to do and ended up having to burn the timeout.
Well, you definitely do, because you remember what happened last time. And I think if you were talking about earlier, I don't recall them ever lining up for a field goal throughout this postseason. So, whenever you're kicking it from that far out, you have to kick the ball. The trajectory comes out a lot lower because you're kicking a lot harder. And that was a clean block without a doubt that happened right before the half. So you want to make sure you get some points right here, but, you are gambling if you try to go for the first down.
Absolutely. You see Coach Gray, talking to the officials. I think may have seen something that he didn't like as far as being able to get his team out there, maybe the spotting of the ball, something of that nature, but it's 2:30 left in the 3rd quarter. They're down 10, so 3 points may be, well, it would benefit them some, but what you don't want is that same mistake that happened at the end of the half. So we'll see.
Analytics say kick the ball, but your team and your players. So.
Analytics, man. You know what it is.
Yeah.
So Kyle Wright is on for the field goal.
It's about the same spot, right?
43-yard field goal. See if they can make that happen. Wait, snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So Kyle Wright with the 43-yard field goal, and Albany State climbs their way back in it on the 43-yard field goal by Kyle Wright. Newberry still leads by the score of 31-24 with 2:25 left here in the 3rd quarter.
And if you look at that kick, exactly, it came out a little low because it's kicking a lot harder, but it was a line drive straight between the pipes. And I think right before the half, it was a 42-yarder. This is a 43-yarder, and that was good.
Absolutely. You see the replay. Look at that shot right there over the crossbar. So crowd back in it. And again, Newberry still leading by a touchdown, but these are the kinds of things you're talking about. It's kind of eerie. Newberry scored 3 as well when they were down. So it might be 4th quarter time may be interesting.
1-score ball game.
So Kyle Wright and to kick for Albany State. Back to return is Ed Meeks. Alongside him is Quez Spells. very interesting ball game here from ASU Coliseum. The crowd has braved the elements. The band is still going. Again, this team is not quitting despite being down. They were down 10 early, only down 7 now. So we'll see if they can get a defensive hold. That defense got some much-needed rest in that last drive. All right, kick. We'll go to Quez Spells. Fielded in around the 3-yard line. Still on his feet, 30, 35, 40. Up the right sideline, 40, 35, 30, 20. And out at around the 18-yard line. We'll see if they finally field it. But Quez Spells with the return and not what you wanted if you're Albany State.
Yeah, I believe Kyle Wright made that touchdown saving tackle right there. Not exactly what you want, and we've seen this a little bit before in the game. The kickoff return game for Newberry has been stellar, and this is the longest return of the game.
Very much so. You can see Quez Spells just going up the right sideline, tried to deke out the kicker, but Wright was able to get him out of bounds.
Officials timeout. The chain equipment is broken.
All right, so the chain equipment is broken.
They don't have a spare.
We will see. But again, Quez Spells with the return. You can see not an golden ram in sight for about 30 yards, but Kyle Wright able to stay with the angle enough to get him out of bounds. And tell you what, nasty spill at the end, but Quez Spells able to get the return upfield and great field position for Newberry. So they'll start 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. We'll hand off this time, and that was that man Jonah Norris, but on the tackle, number 50 of Albany State. Looks like a loss of 2 on the play.
Albany State's going to have to bow up right here and keep them out of the end zone, at least give them a field goal, but you can't let them get a touchdown right here.
Cannot do so. So 2nd and 12 for Newberry, who's now kind of taking their time. They moved with some pace early, and it looks like in it quarterback is actually Coleman Gray, as he will keep it. More of the running quarterback, it seems. And he'll get a few on the play, brought down by number 1, Isaiah Morrison. So gain of about 4. Looks like 3rd and about 8 for Coleman Gray. Sharpia is back in the ball game. So again, you can see their change of pace as well. Again, taking their time. 31-24, Newberry still leading on this 3rd and 8 call. Sharpia in the gun. Norris to his right. Sharpia rolls to his right, and ball falls to the turf. Incomplete. Looks like no laundry on the field. Tried to go to DeAndre Coleman, but defending was Javon Carr.
That was a good. It's a little contact right there, but they don't call it, so it goes Albany State's way, and they did the best thing they could right here. It looked like the ball may have been uncatchable, but they're lining up for a field goal with him.
Jonathan Carr on defending the play, and letting the play a little bit here is Carr maybe just a little early. It looks like Nettles will come on for a field goal. Again, hitting nearly 70% of his field goals on the year is Burt Nettles. For a 30-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is no good. So if you are Albany State, you still have some life, and your offense gets the ball back on the 20-yard line. So this game just got interesting.
Golden Rams doing exactly what they wanted on this series, and that's holding them out of the end zone and missing the field goal. Still raining out there pretty steadily, so that may have an impact on the game as well.
Very much so. Again, you can see all going up, but hooking right fast. So Albany State will get the football back at the 20-yard line. 46 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. And again, a lot has happened. You've seen some penalties. You've seen an injury. You've seen a lot go on, so we'll see if the Golden Rams can actually have something going. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. McCrary in the backfield alongside Ilazari. Running with McCrary, has some room, still on his feet, and gets to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by number 22, Santori Jones, but a good pickup by McCrary.
Definitely a good rush to open up this drive. They need to keep pounding the rock. The rain is coming, so it's definitely that time to keep the ball on the ground.
Absolutely. And again, you talked about how wet it may be. Got the handoff to McCrary. It picks up good yardage up to the 40, but you can see the elements not cooperating at this point. Tackle made by Devron Williams.
That might be the last play of the quarter. We're headed into the 4th frame. Throw your 4s up.
Absolutely. As time will run out on the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one here from the ASU Coliseum. Newberry leads.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter.
By the score of 31-24. We'll take a break. It's 4th quarter time from the Coliseum. Albany State with the football and handoff on the left side, stacked up by a host of Newberry Wolves. That was Roger McCrary and Mikey Blandon with the tackle. So it looks like he'll get just short of the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd and a long one, a little more than a yard.
Strong rushing on this opening drive. Continue from the end of the 3rd.
So handoff looked like he slipped, but was not able to get out of the grasp of that defense. And again, that defensive line, number 4, Jaden Eason, was able to slice through and make the tackle on Roger McCrary.
Big issue on that is a tackle for loss of about 2 or 3 yards. If they go forward and get a couple yards on this play and make it 4th and short, Coach Quinn can definitely make that decision to go for it, but you can't on 4th and 5 right here at the start of the 4th quarter.
You can't. Rico Dorsey set to get the Dingle punt. Good punt by Dingle. Fair caught at around the 29. Newberry start 1st and 10. So again, talk about the way Newberry is able to spread the ball around, but the elements may cause them to have to curtail their offense a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know if they can do that because their running game has not been very strong despite their big touchdown on that carry in the 3rd quarter. But definitely we know what the passing game can bring, and they've brought in a couple different wrinkles with a couple different quarterbacks to do that RPO. But it's just going to be interesting to see how they finish up this game.
Yeah, they have. I think the end arounds, they've thrown the ball, on the perimeter short. They have not been able to get it to their main guy a whole lot, Keith Desashore. But that is because the defense is played pretty well for Albany State to keep him bottled up, even though they've gotten a few PI calls. So handoff to Norris up the middle, and he'll get good yardage and stopped by number 5. That is Abraham Cleanscales.
Yes, that's great on that misdirection right there. Get that ball. It was kind of wide open on that, untouched really for about the first 5 yards.
So up a touchdown. You may be looking at the way Newberry is approaching this, maybe wanting to run some clock, not necessarily respecting the Albany State offense to come back in this game, but we'll see. Reed Sharpia in the gun, looking towards the sideline. And Jonah Norris joining him in the backfield, more of the big back. He'll fake, throw it over the middle, and broken up. Good play that time again by number 29, Dayton Baker.
PBU right in the middle of the field. That was a big time play on second down, bringing up a 3rd and 4.
Huge that time as we look at the replay. It's like right in there. Try to go to Desasure once again, but Baker able to get the pass break up. And now 3rd and 4. We call that more like 3rd and 3. Newberry wanting to move the chains and run the clock. Having the lead, 31-24. Sharpia looking to pass, throws it, and it is caught. It went to Desasure that time with a sliding catch for the first down.
Went back to the same play. This time 5 just beat our man and that got a first down.
So Newberry will continue with a fresh set of downs. Again, you got to respect that passing game of Newberry. They've been able to kind of do what they want to, and if they haven't done it, they've been able to get pass interference calls to continue drives.
Very talented.
So at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10, Newberry Wolves leading 31-24. Norris hit in the backfield.
Hello.
And number 91, Derek Drayton, bringing him down.
Great play right there. He just bust through that line and had one mission, and that was to tackle the guy with the football. He definitely did that.
Absolutely. Loss of 4 on the play. Norris could not get started at all. So it'll be 2nd and 14 for Newberry. Quez Spells in the backfield now. Winner of this game will represent Region 2 in the semifinals. Sharpia staying in the pocket, throws it out to the left and falls to the turf, incomplete. Try to go to Spells. And so it'll be 3rd and 14. 11:28 to go in the contest.
More Albany State pressure on that play right there. Going to need to dial up something in a blitz-like package to make Sharpia very uncomfortable. This is a big-time 3rd down.
It is a big-time 3rd down if you're Albany State. Again, seemingly it's only 7 points. It feels like it's more, but Albany State has done a good job containing the offense and actually putting a stop to them for a while. So we'll see if they can get this defensive stop. 3rd and 14 for Newberry. Sharpia, plenty of time, throws it over the middle and intercepted by Dayton Baker. Gets up to the 50 and will be taken down. And that is what Albany State needed to get back into the contest.
Absolutely. Sharpia's 2nd interception of the ball game, and it's a big one right here in the middle of the 4th quarter. And Albany State is back in business, looking to score and tie this ball game.
Absolutely. And check that. That is Evan Wynn on the interception. Give him his credit. But great interception that time. Thought he had Desasure in the middle. They've been throwing that pass and was able to go up and get it.
Sometimes when you try to force the ball a lot, you make mistakes. Things like that will happen right there.
So it's a golden opportunity for the Golden Rams. Hand off to McCrary on the left side, and he'll get up to the 45-yard line, taken down by number 4, Jaden Eason. Gain of about 1.
Don't want to make too much pressure on this right here, but I feel like Albany State needs to come up with some points on this drive.
They do. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9, under 11 minutes to go in the contest. Rosari. Hand off again to McCrary. Stepped out of 1 tackle, but could not get out of the midst of Quan Peterson.
Zamir Pellissier right there, the big pulling guard on that play, opened up the hole.
See some laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty is.
Can't shoot themselves in the foot right here.
Holding. Offense number 62. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay. Second down.
So a holding call, can't have that if you're trying to get back into the ball game. That's Leon Wesley with the holding call.
Again, not what you want, especially in this offense, the way they're limited a little bit without Isaiah Knowles, to be 2nd and 15 behind the sticks.
2nd and 15. Here was Ari looking to pass, flushed out the pocket. He'll just throw this out of bounds. Fall to the turf, incomplete.
Quinn can live with that. You don't want to get a turnover on this play, so if there's nobody open, throw the ball away.
And we talked about it again, not making the mistake. Saw the turnover by Sharpia. You don't want to have that on this end, especially when you're trying to get back into the ball game.
Exactly, and that's what Sharpia has made 2 big, critical interceptions, especially for some that's experienced as he has been. But he doesn't do that a lot. But definitely seeing some talented and impressive play by the freshman quarterback for Albany.
Absolutely. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Here's Ari. Still looking to pass. Nearly ran into a sack and does. And he'll get taken down at the 35-yard line and brought down by number 2, Akil Brown. And now 3rd and long for Albany State. 4th and long, actually.
Not exactly what you want to see, but again, he didn't turn the ball over. You get to kick the ball away and play some defense and get the ball back. But the clock is ticking, and that's what is people starting looking towards that clock to see how much time they have left.
Yeah, it is becoming a factor. Dingle set the punt. Back to return will be Rico Dorsey. And the elements are somewhat of a factor here. Hadn't been much, not as much as we thought it would be. So Dingle, high kick, and the flag comes out late. Takes the Albany State roll. We'll see what the flag is about, but gets to about the 26-yard line. 9:23 left in the contest. Again, the flags have come kind of fast and furious. Albany State, you hope it doesn't affect you too much. Again, offensively, hadn't been able to move the ball much. You had a couple of special teams plays to really set yourselves up for the points that you get, or points that you got, but really hadn't seen much from the offense in totality, trying to get back in it. So Newberry has continued to run their offense, but they haven't scored much in the second half as well.
That's right. It's a 7-3 ball game in the second half.
So we'll see what this call is. A lot of conferring by the officials. Not quite sure what they're talking about, but again, both squads kind of galvanizing their individual teams, and the stakes are high here.
Here comes white hat Bryce Muller, the call.
Yeah, maybe not. And not quite sure if there was a call. We did see a flag.
During the kick, holding. Return team number 30. Foul being forced from the spot of illegal touching. First down.
So it was a holding on Newberry, so that'll take them back a little further. But again, 9:23 to go in the contest. Albany State asking their defense to make another stop.
Tick, 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 tick. That clock is moving. So everybody needs to play emphasis on the ball time management right here.
Very much so. Again, hard-fought ball game. You've seen.
Correction. The foul being forced from the end of the kick. 1st and 10, Newberry.
You've seen a lot. You've seen everything from the good, bad, and ugly. Of course, when we talk ugly, we talk injury, and we hope that young man is doing fine. But you've seen the chippiness. You've seen the ebbs and flows of the game. So it's been a thing where this game has had all the elements available. You've seen Albany State, kind of run away with the first quarter. You saw Newberry get back in it on special teams and really outside of what they normally do. But it has been an interesting ball game.
Yeah, it's just like a championship bout, right? It seems like this one score is the difference between both teams because they've both been playing equally when it comes down to it.
So 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line is Newberry. Leading 31-24. Sharpia goes back door, gets it out to his running back, and that is Jonah Norris. And he'll be taken down. We'll see how many yards he got. Able to get about 7 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 3. And you can see Sharpia keeping those eyes upfield once again, just throwing it out in the flats. And Norris is able to get all he could before he got tackled. It's like Luke Rose made the tackle.
Smart play by Newberry. Extends the ball. He expends the yards and gets close to the first down.
2nd and 3. Sends a man in motion to the right side. Albany State's defense adjusts. Hand off to Norris on the right side. Has running room. Steps out of one tackle. And is able to get enough for the first down.
I think with Sharpia, because he's back there with the ball doing RPO, it opens up the run game. And we're seeing that right now on this drive.
Very interesting. They're able to move the chains up to the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10 is Newberry. 8:12 and counting to go in the contest. Albany State desperately needing to make a stop. Reed Sharpia will hand off this time to Brunson. Get up to about the 45-yard line. And tackle made by number 29. That is Dayton Baker.
Towards the end of the ball game, I know everybody's tired of hitting on each other a little bit, and the team running the ball right here with Newberry looks like they are setting this up for a long drive.
Quez Spells was actually on the carry, so gain of about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for Newberry, who's now taking their time with the lead and running some clock. So Norris back in the ball game. In the backfield alongside Sharpia. Man in motion to the interior. Hand off to Norris. He'll get stacked up by a host of Golden Rams. Leading the charge, number 10, that is Iman Davis from his linebacker spot.
Under 7 minutes.
Gain of maybe 1 on the play, as we are under 7 minutes to go. 3rd and 3 for Newberry is Kemaine Brunson in the ball game for Newberry. Again, you can hear the crowd cheering on their defense. You know they desperately need a stop here. So 3rd and 3. Coleman in motion. Sharpia rolls out to his left, throws it upfield, and ball hits the turf, incomplete. And great job that time by all corners, but Jonathan Carr especially defended on the play.
No flags on the play, and that's going to be a 4th down.
See a flag in the backfield.
Well, I think in the position that looks like it's going to be on Newberry.
Probably so in the area of holding. We'll see. I tell you what, it's going to be interesting because do you necessarily take that call being his 4th down?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh.
Defense.
Wow.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
Wow. So
That's
Albany
a
State.
tough call. That's tough.
Albany State with a costly penalty. And
that could hurt him right there. So the drive is extended.
That gives Newberry a fresh set of downs. And now we'll see what Newberry decides to do here, but they can run clock along with just scoring in general. Up 7 points, 31-24. 6:23 to go in the contest. So Sharpie in the backfield. Fakes the Norris, has room, throws it, and falls to the turf, incomplete. And again, tries to go to his main man, that's assured, but defending on the play is Baker.
They're definitely trying to force the ball to number 5, and I can understand why. But I think they're missing out on some other opportunities by trying to feed them to so much down the stretch.
That is an excellent point. And being that the clock is stopping, I know you have only a 7-point lead, but you are stopping this clock. But that is what they do. This is, they're not going away from what they've been the entire year.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So 2nd and 10 for Newberry. Crowd cheering on their defense here. Handoff to Bronson. He'll pick his way for a couple.
All right, money down right here. 3rd and long.
And brought down by number 7, Devon Dorsey. Check that, Aiden Henningham. So gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Newberry. Again, being very methodical as this kind of offense can be. Looking to pick their spots as we are under 6 minutes to go in the contest. Albany State desperately needing to stop. So Brunson in the backfield alongside Reed Shapir. Snap, throws it to the right side, and ball falls to the turf, incomplete. Great job that time defending, tried to go to Coleman. But Devin Foster with the defense for Albany State, and it'll be 4th and 7.
And this is going to be an important fielding opportunity for Albany State. They do not let them need the ball to fall inside the 10-yard line. I've never been a skill guy, but I knew put your heels on the 10, goes over your head, let it go.
So Burke Nettles on for the punt. Cameron Watts. And ball was fielded. That was actually a pretty good job right there. And it might have been blocked. Ball was able with enough force as we look at the replay. With enough force to actually.
No knee pads.
No knee pads. Listen, this is what they're doing now is we look at the replay, lets it drop, and not quite sure if it got blocked, but.
Sponsored by Daisy Dukes after a while.
So at the 21-yard line is Albany State. 5:14 to go in the contest. And depending on how this goes, could be their last drive. Handoff to McCrary on the left side, and he will not get much at all as Mikey Blandine with the stop. It looks like no gain on the play to be 2nd and 10.
All right, you don't have to rush. You have plenty of time here, but you just need to be, focused. Let's get on the ball and see what we got. 2nd and 10. We need to get some push.
So tight formation for Albany State. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. So Irizarry looking to pass. Plenty of time. Flushed out to his right. Still looking upfield, and he'll be taken down at the 21.
And that's one of the things that is missing from Isaiah Knowles. He was a quarterback who was a dual threat, has the legs. Nothing to take away from the freshman, but he just was a threat on both spectrums of the football.
They'll actually mark him down at the 20. So loss of 1 on the play, 3rd and 11 for Albany State. Clock is running.
Yeah, you can't go for it on 4th and long like this.
3rd and 11. Newberry showing blitz. Here's Ari, still on his feet, looking for a receiver. He'll throw it out to the left, and it's broken up right at the last minute. And that's number 9, Quan Peterson with the PBU. And I tell you what, he did an outstanding job being able to recover and get over there.
Absolutely. I mean, he finally was dancing feet back there, found a wide open man. Just for a second, he was wide open. But then the pass break up, and you got to kick it on 4th and long from back here and let your defense play and hopefully give you a chance with the ball with 3 timeouts and a 2-minute timeout.
Tried to go to Jamil Williams that time, but could not get it done. And Dingle on for the punt. And again, back to return, Rico Dorsey. 3:47 to go in the contest. Stoppage of play, not quite sure if it was a delayed game.
Delay game. Offense number 48. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That mic is really good. So 4th and 16 for Albany State. And 3:47 to go. Again, they got to call on their defense one more time to make a stop. Newberry, on the other hand, expect a little more running as a high kick will be fair caught at around the 47-yard line. And that's where the Newberry offense will start 1st and 10. So again, looking at the way that Newberry has played, a furious comeback in the second quarter. You saw the special teams, blunders by Albany State, but, at the same time, Newberry hadn't played their finest offensive game, but they've done enough to get this lead.
Yeah, if you look at the stat sheet, you'd be surprised probably that they have the lead because of the 2 turnovers that they have, and not as many rushing yards, but they have made some big plays when they needed to, and they took advantage of the opportunities they had, especially on special teams, that long kickoff return and the block kick at the end of the half.
Absolutely. So in the ball game is actually Coleman Gray now. So it looks like a bunch of running. Gray will take off, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play, and brought down by number 53, Andrew Ruffin.
Yeah, I don't know if that's one of their packages, but it's pretty good to have another quarterback get some minutes of time in a real-time football game. Like I said, it seems like this game is out of reach, but it's only a 1-score game.
They'll count that as a sack, so it looks like a loss of about 2 on the play. So again, taking their time, Sharpia comes back into the ball game. But I think they were looking to get some yards within the running game. They're looking to run clock at this point. They're only up 7, but I think the strategy is to get this clock down as much as possible. Sharpia back in the game. 2 receivers wide each side. And they'll hand the ball off up the middle. Not known for their running game, but again, the focus is to keep the clock going. Jonah Norris on the carry.
By this point, they're going to looking forward to getting 3 yards in a cloud of dust just to keep the ball moving, the clock moving, and keep the chains churning.
Absolutely. I think Albany State holding their timeouts. Again, when it comes to what they have to do on offense, hadn't been able to do much in the second half at all. Really not much since the end of the first quarter. But to get back into this ball game, something has to occur. So 3rd and 10 for Newberry. Letting the clock continue to dwindle. Norris motions over to the left side. Sharpia looking to pass, flushed out to his left, throws it up and falls to the turf, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down with the clock stopped right at 2 minutes.
And that's a 4th down, so they either way with the incompletion.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
So we are at the 2-minute break. It is down to the last minutes. Newberry still leading by the score of 31-24 over Albany State. We'll take a break from the Coliseum. Two minutes to go in the contest as Newberry's punting. And there's Cameron Watts. He'll let it bounce, and it will go into the end zone. I tell you what, Nettles almost, listen, the putter almost stuck the landing right there.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, would have spelled disaster for Albany State, but they'll get the ball out.
They did exactly what we talked about, putting your heels on the 10 and letting it go. And that's exactly what happened. So now getting the ball at the 20, got 80 yards to go. Minute 50 and 2 timeouts, I believe. So, yeah.
The stuff the stuff that dreams are made of right here.
One timeout.
If you are Xavier Rosari. Again, Isaiah Knowles did not play due to injury. So the freshman, true freshman, is in, has played pretty well, especially in the first quarter, has led this offensive attack. So 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Newberry in their base defense. Here's Rosari looking to pass, throws it out to the right side and completes it to Javion Jackson. Hit out of bounds by number 19, Bryce Foster. It's like a gain of about 4 on the play to be 2nd and 6. So again, seeing just a little bit of urgency here. Down 7 points. They got to get a touchdown. So here's Rosari in the gun. Plenty of time. Throws it into the middle and caught. 40, 45, and up to the 50. And good pitch and catch that time. Devin Dorsey with the reception. And Albany State is not going away easy.
On the ball.
So at the 50, 1st and 10. Rosari looking to pass. Plenty of time. Still on his feet, looking upfield, and throws it and completes it to McCrary and brought down by Mikey Blandine.
Still plenty of time.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Still
check that, a little more than 5. Gain of 6 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 4. 1:04 to go in the contest. Here's Rosari looking to pass. Man coming in, throws, completes it to Dorsey.
On the ball.
Up to the 32-yard line.
On the ball.
And I tell you what, never say die here if you are Albany State. 51 seconds and counting here. Clock running. Here's Rosari looking to pass. Pressure coming, throws it out to McCrary and falls to the turf. Incomplete with 39 seconds to go.
Yeah, I know they don't have to worry about too much about time, but that play ran about 15 seconds, probably a little bit too much. You do need to have a sense of urgency, like you mentioned earlier, and just make sure that you are watching that clock because it's not your friend right now.
Absolutely. And the winner goes to the Division II semifinals. So McCrary out in motion. Here Rosari will take off, has some running room, and gets up to about
on the ball, on the
20-yard
ball,
line.
on the ball. Let's go.
25.
On the ball.
In the backfield, 25 seconds to go. Here Rosari in the gun. McCrary to his left. Here Rosari looking to pass, clutches it, throws it up in the air. Don't know if it slipped, but falls to the turf. Incomplete, dangerous pass there with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, that play right there ate up a lot of clock. You know, you might want to have to call a timeout right there to give you that 24 seconds left. Yeah, it looks like the rain just caused that slip right there.
And again, we talked about the elements maybe being a factor, and it was right there. Is maybe Rosari could not clutch that ball enough to complete that pass. So 15 seconds left.
Get a completion
and
right
it's
here.
4th and 3.
Call a timeout.
So Rosari looking to pass, flushed out the pocket, has some room. He'll take off and get out of bounds at around the 18-yard line, and it'll move the chains with 7 seconds left. So Albany State continuing to try to make something happen here, down 7. So we'll see what the play is here. Again, this freshman coming of age right here.
This might be the last play right
in the
there.
semifinal game. It may be the last play with 7 seconds to go. So McCrary in the backfield, Rosari in the gun. Gets the snap, looking to pass, flushed out the pocket to his right. Looking for a receiver, throws it in the end zone, and falls to the turf, incomplete with 1 second left.
Ooh, that's home cooking. Nice play right there. We got one play left.
And we'll see.
1 second on the clock.
Again, looking at the replay, you can see just how he was able to flush out the pocket. Looking at his throw, falls to the turf, incomplete.
I know we're getting ahead of ourselves right here, Jamie, but if you score this touchdown, you got to go for 2. Get out of here.
Woo! Tell you what, we'll see. The crowds for both sides are going wild. You love this kind of atmosphere in Division II football. So the last play of the contest, Irizarry in the gun, McCrary to his left, and
Charge timeout.
a timeout.
Albany.
Got to call a timeout right here. This is the last play in the world.
Listen, you can't have them in your back pocket.
No, last play in the world.
Correction. Newberry called the timeout first. The charge timeout will be awarded to Newberry. They're first of the half.
So Newberry calls the timeout, wanting to be sure here. But again, when it comes to listen, this is what you dream about if you are that freshman quarterback throwing a touchdown pass. And I tell you what, I know we are ahead of ourselves just a little bit, but I think I'm in agreement with you. I think you do go for 2 while you have the momentum.
Yeah.
But you know,
get there first.
Got to get the touchdown. Got to get the touchdown. And they've done a good job in this drive to be able to move the football. Not quite sure where that was in the third quarter and early fourth quarter. They were able to get 3 points, but could not really sustain drives. And if it cost them in the end, you got to go back and wonder that. So,
and I say that to go for 2 just because, you know, Albany State has used every ounce of strength and muscle they've had to keep this game close as it is. After that first half, they're missing their all-star player, number 1, Isaiah Knowles as a quarterback. But like you said, you got to score right here, but it'll be interesting to see what the call is.
Okay, interesting call. And I've always wondered about this. Yes, they want the crowd going, but you're on offense. You want it quiet or quieter. But, hey, they are on the field. So Irizarry in the gun, 1 second to go in the contest. McCray to his right. Looking to pass, has to go to the end zone with this. Throws it up and falls to the turf, incomplete. And that will be the ball game, and Newberry will escape with a 31-24 victory over the Albany State Golden Rams in a hard-fought ball game as we look at the replay.
But you know what? I mean, this is just – it's not a bad ball. It just didn't go down the way they wanted it to go to, right there at the highest peak. But all I have to say is, you know, what an awesome, amazing season for the Albany State Rams. They've made history this season. They don't have any reason to have their heads down. What a remarkable contest.
Absolutely not. Avery McFadden with the PBU. But again, the season ends for the Albany State Golden Rams, the last HBCU in the D2 playoffs. And again, when you're talking about the season that they've had, it has been phenomenal. But for the Newberry Wolves and Reed Sharpia and that group, they will go on to the semifinals and they will reseed. So we do not know where they'll go yet. We know one of the winners of the day has been Kutztown. So they will move forward in the playoffs. But it has been an amazing run for the Albany State Golden Rams. Again, looking at the scores, Kutztown wins 51-29 over Frostburg State. Ferris State continues their dominance, 52-29 over Minnesota State. And in the quarterfinals, in the fourth quarter, Harding leading UT Permian Basin 34-28 in a close one. So any last comments, Mark?
Newberry, congratulations on the big win. You guys showed up like lions, like men, like wolves tonight, coming back and winning this ball game. It showed a lot of class and a lot of integrity the way you guys were able to do that. So kudos to you.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Newberry. For James Crenshaw, for Marvin James, I am Jamie Walker. Your final score once again from the ASU Coliseum, Newberry 31, Albany State 24.